Sam Barber, wow, what a busy weekend you had taking on Missouri, Cal Poly, and Bakersfield. Missouri and Cal Poly back-to-back. Maybe tell us what was going on there. You took on Missouri and then immediately Cal Poly, and you got the big win against Cal Poly.
Yeah, so we have a really good schedule this year. You know, like we were really intentional about like everything we did. But this last weekend where we had the rest of two ranked teams, you know, Missouri and Cal Poly on the same night was the one pinch point in the schedule that there wasn't a whole lot I could do about it. Now I'll never say there's nothing I could do about it, but there wasn't much I could do about it based on like when Missouri was coming to wrestle Wyoming, when Cal Poly was coming to wrestle Northern Colorado, and when Bakersfield was coming to wrestle Northern Colorado. Like we kind of got pushed into this weekend, and we kind of had to make it work with three teams. So obviously, you know, we're not opposed to doing that. And our guys are up for any challenge. So to wrestle two ranked teams in one night is, you know, it's a big ask and a big step up. And Missouri, obviously being one of the top three teams in the country, is a big deal. So that part of it, you know, I think to our stakeholders a little bit of a why, you know, what we did. But you know, we end up wrestling some backups and some freshmen against Missouri, and with this idea of like, hey, we wanted to keep our starting lineup fresh to go after Cal Poly, who is a 23rd ranked team in the country, but it was a team we thought like we were going to have a really competitive dual meet, and we wanted to give ourselves a chance to win that dual meet. So that part of it, I think it's a little bit hard for me personally, and you know, again, like we owe a lot to our stakeholders because like we were kind of a line them up and wrestle anywhere, any place, anytime, anybody. And that's always been who we are. You know, but I think we decided to make a decision to like really try and have a great weekend, and then we made some individual decisions within that to make sure we're taking care of our guys, to make sure that they're healthy, happy, competing at their best, and also we can continue to pursue some of our bigger program goals of getting 6-7 guys at the NCAA tournament. So again, not something that we're gonna do, you know. Yeah, probably very, 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 very rarely, right? Very rarely. Again, for the rest of the season, we're gonna line up and wrestle. You know, who's across from us, and nothing else matters. You know, we just kind of had to manage a little bit of that this weekend for Missouri. But I was, you know, even with Missouri, I was happy for the guys that got the opportunity. You know, some freshmen got to go out and wrestle in Clune Arena against some of the very best guys in the nation. You know, world champions. So I think invaluable experience for them. So there'll be growth that happens there, and it didn't matter who we put on the mat. They still wore a Falcon singlet, and they still fought hard for 7 minutes in 3 positions, and we still showed up being who we were against Missouri.
For sure. I know there's lots of names on our mind, my mind, your mind, but I think Tucker Owens really stands out, especially the way he won against Cal Poly, got that meet started in the right direction, and of course you eventually won it.
Yeah, I think momentum's a real thing. You know, sometimes it's like you want to get that, but Tucker has just done an amazing job for us as a freshman in our lineup, and I think, you know, obviously he knocked off a national ranked guy, a returning national qualifier, big deal. That's his second win like that this year. So he's had some really quality wins as a freshman in our lineup. But I think what, you know, sums it up for Tucker was the emotion he showed after the match. And I think you can tell like he's a kind of a quiet, reserved guy, but that doesn't say anything about his passion and his will and desire to excel. Like he cares about, you know, pursuing excellence. So yeah, he's done a great job for us as our starting 25-pounder, and he's done a good job starting us off in a lot of different dual meets. But we wrestled. Cal Poly was a tough team, top 23 ranked team, and I felt like up and down the lineup, you know, from Tucker right into Cody, and then, you know, Garrett went out and wrestled a tough match against a guy he's wrestled before. Dylan Martinez had a big third period, gets a big major decision for us. Jack Ganos competed hard. Gianno Petricelli, he's the next one. He comes out and beats another national ranked guy. So 2 national ranked wins in that dual meet. You know, Gage he battles and gives himself a chance to win. You know, Noah comes back and gets a big win for us, and Cal and Wyatt, and you know, we end up having a big team win. But it took all 10 guys competing at the same time. But anytime you get nationally ranked wins as a team or as individuals, so shout out to Tucker and Gianno for getting some good individual wins, and obviously our team getting top 25 wins is a big deal for our program.
Absolutely, and you mentioned Cal and Wyatt. They were kind of maybe standouts for the weekend other than Tucker. Cal getting a big win against Missouri, Wyatt pinning 3 guys.
Yeah, Wyatt's kind of getting going again, and like he'll get going, and he'll see some tougher competition as we get down the road. But he's a guy that loves to compete. He wants to dominate. He has big goals for himself this year, so he's just training with a little bit more focus and kind of like really trying to push himself to be as good as he can be and dominate. And, yeah, and Cal's always been working hard, but I think the rest of the team again, like it was a big team win for us on Sunday. Not easy to do. You come off for a national ranked win. Tough night on Friday night to get back up on Sunday. And again, Tucker starts us off again. We go through a little bit of a lull where we got some guys that are competing hard, but had some tough opponents. And then for Jack Ganos to kind of turn that around and get us back on the board, and then we cruise from there. And another big, person to acknowledge here is Sam Wolf, right? Got Sam Wolf back in the lineup, our team captain, national ranked. That guy beat him a year ago. So for him to come out and be dominant in the 6-0 win over a guy that's rankable, the day before Northern Colorado, he beat a ranked guy. So that ended up being a pretty big win, pretty solid win for Sam. Glad to have him back. And then for Wyatt to close it out for us, and another dual meet win for us. Was a good weekend.
Yeah, certainly was. And do you like what you see now? I mean, obviously there won't be as much wrestling this coming weekend, but you go on the road. Do you like what you've seen from your team? I mean, I certainly do.
Yeah, I think obviously I'm really pleased with our effort and the guys' ownership of their own goals personally on the team. I think we talk about like just growth and development. We've been saying that all year, is that we just got to dig into each individual guy and just find those areas that we can continue to grow and get better. And I think if we do that, we can still make some big gains. But I think right now we can shift a little bit now to an individual focus, and with that, of each individual guy is wrestling better, the team result's going to continue to be the same, right? So I do think it's important that we focus on each individual guy and try and make as many gains as we can. I mean, it's I know for the guys it seems like it's a little bit longer, further off from me, but 5-6 weeks, to the Big 12 championships, that's just around the corner to me.
You talked about momentum. Can you use momentum from this 2-1 weekend and this knocking off Cal Poly as you go into this weekend?
I think so. I just think our guys are really just, they're in this like execute the process mindset, right? We showed up on the track this morning, and the guys executed their process. They worked their tails off. They went from there to the weight room. Again, they worked incredibly hard. We're very focused. They're going to come back at 4:15 today for practice. It's going to be the same thing. So Wyatt Hendrickson's down at the Olympic Training Center this week, working out with Hayden Zilmer, and some of the world team guys. So like we got guys, doing whatever they can, looking for every advantage they can, every opportunity to be as, continue to be as good as they can be. And so I definitely think, our guys are just going to continue to execute the process and grow and develop. And each week we're going to be better. And if we do that, we're going to be at our best for Big 12s and the NCAAs in Tulsa.
Should be fun. Coach Barber, thanks for the time. Good luck this weekend.
I appreciate it. Thanks.